Hey, if you don't recognize me, yeah, this is me. Nah. And yes, I can actually talk. This is also my first time making a talking video in English. So yeah, we will see how this goes. So I ran into a problem. All the display cabinets you can actually buy are either too shallow, too narrow, or just not made for big Lego sets. And as you start collecting things like this, or this, or this, you realize pretty quickly they just don't fit anywhere. I mean, these things are massive. This doesn't fit into a normal cabinet. It barely fits anywhere. And I'm not paying hundreds or sometimes thousands of euros for something that almost works. So instead of buying an overpriced display case, I decided to build my own. The goal was simple. Build a clean, minimal, dustproof display case for large Lego sets. For under 300 euros. Now I do have a plan. At least in theory. After looking through way too many display cabinets, I finally found something that actually had enough depth. So I ordered one. And because I wanted this to be as dustproof as possible, I came up with a system that I honestly wasn't even sure would work. Acrylic panel, held in place only with magnets. What could possibly go wrong? So next step was getting the acrylic panel, which turned out to be slightly complicated, because a 2 by 1 meter sheet doesn't exactly fit into my tiny car, so my friend helped me bring it home. Thanks again! Beside that, I also picked up some filler paint, because we definitely don't want this thing white. Glue, magnets, LED stripes and aluminum corner profiles for the lighting. At this point, this project was starting to become way more serious than I originally planned. Okay, ignore the mess. This is exactly why I'm doing this. I finally need to clean this place up. So this is where everything is going to happen. It's kind of a mix between workspace and a storage unit. Mostly storage. First problem. I don't have actually space for this. So, step 1 is making space, which is always fun. I don't even know why I have some of this stuff. Time to start. Now, this is the base. IKEA packs or packs.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
This is why I should focus on one thing at a time. Repeat. So far, nothing has gone wrong, almost. That looks pretty solid. I need to test how everything fits first, because I'm planning to add LED lighting into the corners. Alright, and for that I'll be using this 45-degree aluminum profiles, so the light doesn't just go straight forward, but actually spreads across the shelves, which should look a lot better. So right now I'm just marking everything, trying to get this as accurate as possible. Because if I mess this up, there's no easy way back. And I really don't want to buy these shelves again. So yeah, no pressure. I measured everything. Before painting, there's one more thing. All these unused holes for shelf pins. I don't really want to see those in the final result. So I picked up some wood filler. This one was completely dry. Luckily I had another one and this one looks better. And I'm just going to fill everything in. This is one of those things that doesn't seem important, but makes a big difference. Also it hides my mistakes. This is why I really love my wife. She made me a banana bread. After that, I'll sand everything down, so it's nice and smooth. I'm just going to clean the surface so the paint actually sticks properly. Time for paint. So, I went with green. Originally I wanted black, but I feel like with some of the sets, and I actually want to see them. So yeah, green it is. I'm starting with the brush first, just to get into all the corners and edges. And now I'll go over the larger surfaces with the roller. So I ended up getting a different paint, because I wasn't really happy with the first one. Do you see the difference? No? Never mind. Alright, final coat is done. And now I just need to let it dry. Which is one way to spend the time. But there's probably a better option. So while that's drying, I'm going to prep the aluminium profiles. I need to cut them at 45-degree angles, so they fit perfectly into the corners. And once the paint is fully dry, I'm going to seal everything with this. Just to protect the surface and make it a bit more durable. Alright, the LED profiles. I need to drill a small hole at the bottom for the power cable. Now I'm using epoxy to fix the aluminium profiles in place. That needs to dry for at least 7 hours. So I guess we are continuing this tomorrow. Good morning. So far this is looking promising. I just got back from the gym, I'm going to get changed and then we will get into the final part. I'm here and I almost forgot the LED stripes. It will be easier to work on this if I put it in a horizontal position. Now comes the part I'm slightly worried about. Magnets. Before I do anything permanent, I just want to place the acrylic panel on and see how it fits. Okay, that actually lines up pretty well, so let's go! The plan is to mount the acrylic front panel using neodymium magnets. No visible hardware, just a clean front. In theory, this should work. Let's find out. Okay. Let's start with the magnets. First I need to figure out where they are going to sit. The plan is to mount the magnets into the frame and have the matching pieces on the acrylic panel. So right now I'm just marking everything out, trying to get the positioning as accurate as possible. I also marked the drill so I don't go too deep. Maybe it would have been smarter to drill this before painting, but we'll fix it. My wife made me some strawberry smoothie, I don't know, 2 hours ago. And cheers! Wingardium Leviosa! So now I'm fixing the magnets in place using epoxy. And of course, this needs time to cure. So I'm going to take a break and film something else in the meantime. Alright, let's try this. Now comes the tricky part. I need a second pair of hands. And now we just hope nothing stuck where it shouldn't. Alright, let's see if this worked. Okay. That didn't work. Turns out, epoxy on acrylic is not a great combination. So, time for plan B. I picked up these steel plates with 3M adhesive on the back. Instead of magnets on magnets, so we are going with magnets and metal. Alright, it's finally done. Now I just need to clean this up and put everything back where it belongs. And more importantly, fill it with Lego. Because this is the whole reason I built this in the first place. Okay. And yeah, this is the result. Honestly, for something that costs under 300 euros, this turned out way better than I expected. Everything finally has a place, and more importantly, it actually fits. So yeah, if you are dealing with the same problem, this might be worth building yourself. I'm definitely not going back.